Hello everyone, today I am going to teach exercise 5.4, that is exponential functions. So let's start. Differentiate with respect to x. The first question is e raised to x divided by sin x. There is a formula for this. This is called as quotient rule. So d by dx of u by v is equal to v square in the denominator, and in the numerator part v d by dx of u minus u d by dx of v. So your u will become e raised to x and v will become sin x. So first let us write denominator part, that is sin inverse of x. Now this sin x I'll write here d by dx of e raised to x minus e raised to x d by dx of sin x. So you should not differentiate this, you should write as it is, that is sin x. D by dx of e raised to x is e raised to x. I have written here formula. The formula for d by dx of e raised to x is e raised to x only. So write as it is, minus write e raised to x as it is, d by dx of sin x is cos x. So this completes your first question. So second question is e raised to sin inverse of x. So d by dx of e raised to sin inverse of x means it is e raised to sin inverse of x. Again chain rule, d by dx of sin inverse of x. So the formula for d by dx of sin inverse of x is 1 divided by square root of 1 minus x square. So the final answer will be e raised to sin inverse of x into 1 divided by square root of 1 minus x square. So the third question is e raised to x cube. Okay, so d by dx of e raised to x cube is equal to e raised to x cube, again d by dx of x cube. This is called as chain rule. Now e raised to x cube, now d by dx of x cube is 3x square by formula. Okay, now the fourth question is sin tan inverse of e raised to minus x. So d by dx of sin tan inverse of e raised to minus x means, so d by dx of sin, consider this whole term as a one variable. So d by dx of sin is cos. So write this as it is, tan inverse of e raised to minus x. Now since this will become a chain rule, again write d by dx of tan inverse of e raised to minus x. So cos as it is, tan inverse of e raised to minus x as it is, d by dx of tan inverse is 1 divided by 1 plus x square. Since here it is e raised to minus x, I have written e raised to minus x whole square. Again that will become a chain rule, that is d by dx of e raised to minus x. Write this as it is. Now this in the denominator part as it is, d by dx of e raised to minus x is minus e raised to minus x from the formula. Right? Let us go to the fifth question. Here fifth question is log of cos e raised to x. Now d by dx of log of cos e raised to x. Consider this whole as a one variable. So d by dx of log is 1 divided by cos e raised to x, d by dx of cos of e raised to x. Okay, so here 1 divided by cos e raised to x, d by dx of cos is minus sin e raised to x. Again by chain rule you need to write d by dx of e raised to x. Now what I am going to write here, take this minus outside, sin e raised to x divided by cos e raised to x, d by dx of e raised to x is e raised to x. You can keep the answer this much, or what you can do is sin by cos will become tan e raised to x and this e raised to x here. Okay, sixth question is e raised to x plus e raised to x square plus 1 up to e raised to x raised to 5. So here d by dx of e raised to x plus d by dx of e raised to x square plus d by dx of e raised to x cube plus d by dx of e raised to x raised to 4 plus d by dx of e raised to x raised to 5. Okay, so here d by dx of e raised to x is e raised to x itself plus d by dx of e raised to x square is e raised to x square, again chain rule, d by dx of x square. This is called as chain rule. Now e raised to x cube d by dx of x cube, chain rule. So again e raised to x raised to 4 d by dx of x raised to 4 plus e raised to x raised to 5 d by dx of x raised to 5. Finally e raised to x square d by dx of x square is 2x, and this is e raised to x cube, and this will become, by formula it will become 3x square. Now this e raised to x raised to 4 4x cube, and the last one is plus e raised to x raised to 5 5x raised to 4. E raised to x raised to 5 means 5x raised to 4. Now the seventh question is d by dx of square root of e raised to square root of x. There is a formula for square root of x, that is 1 divided by 2 square root of e raised to this. Okay, by chain rule you need to write again e raised to x. So what you have to write here is 1 divided by square root of e raised to square root of x. Again this will become e raised to square root of x. Now by chain rule d by dx of square root of x is 1 divided by 2 square root of x. I repeat, so by formula, the formula is d by dx of square root of x means 1 divided by square root of 2 root x. So I have written 1 divided by 2 square root of e raised to x. Again by chain rule d by dx of e raised to square root of x is equal to 1 divided by 2 square root of e raised to square root of x, e raised to square root of x. Again if you differentiate this you will get 1 divided by 2 square root of x from this formula. Okay, so the eighth question is d by dx of log x. Okay, so consider this as a one variable. So d by dx of log x is 1 divided by log x. Again by chain rule, this is by chain rule. So 1 divided by log x, d by dx of log x. So you will get 1 by log x, d by dx of log x is 1 by x. This is your final answer. So let us move on to the ninth question. So the ninth question is d by dx of cos by log x. This is the quotient rule. So I have already solved in the first question. So here it will become log of x square in the denominator part, log x, d by dx of cos x minus cos x d by dx of log x. Okay, so log x d by dx of cos is minus sin x minus cos x d by dx of log x is 1 by x. So denominator it will become log x whole square. So take a LCM here. This you can write here, that is minus x log x sin x minus cos x whole divided by, this will come in the denominator part, that is whole square. Okay, so 10th question, d by dx of cos log x plus e raised to x. Now if you consider this whole as a x, so d by dx of cos x is minus sin log x plus e raised to x, and d by dx of log x plus e raised to x. This is by chain rule. Okay, so minus sin log x plus e raised to x, d by dx of log x is 1 by x plus d by dx of e raised to x is e raised to x. You can keep the answer this much. This completes your entire exercise. I hope you all understood this. Thank you very much.